my beautiful group, my beautiful people, my tribe. Thank you so much for tuning into our show. Come on in, come on in. You know, I always have something exciting and something good for you. This is for our business owners, especially if you live here in Florida. You definitely want to tune into this episode. Today, I have one of my very, very good friends. She's a nurse practitioner. And if you are not in Florida, you still could benefit from this information because she talks about how you could benefit if you do not have health insurance. She talks about she herself is a business owner, and I'm bringing her in to show for business owners how, when I talk about creating a business that works for your life and not building yourself a job, this is it. This is what I'm talking about. So tune in. I'm going to welcome her in. Come on in. Come on in, Ketsia Aurelian. How you doing today, Ketsia?
Hi, Casey. I'm great. Can't complain. Thank you. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. Give me 1 minute. I'm just going to pause. I got a big train coming my way. Okay, we're back. Train passing. Okay, Ketsia, I am so grateful that you took time out of your very busy schedule to come here and share what you do, be more visible so that the people in Florida, especially business owners, can know your service. And people who don't live in Florida, maybe they can find a service such as yours. Okay. So, first of all,
Absolutely.
before we get into it, let me have you introduce yourself. Come on, Ketsia, tell us, who are you and what made you want to do nursing and get into it uninsured? Tell us, spill the tea. I got my tea.
All right. Well, okay. My name is Ketsia Aurelian. I'm a nurse practitioner. I've been a nurse since 2010. Let's see. My first job ever was in a nursing home, straight out of nursing school. And then from there on, I ventured into the hospital and I worked in various departments, including the stroke unit, the cardiac unit, medical, surgical, oncology, just different places. And I did a little bit of traveling, local and regular travel nursing. And then in 2018, I got my I graduated from nurse practitioner school, passed my boards, and then a couple years after, I started working as a nurse practitioner. My passion is geriatrics. I love the old people, but I've worked as a nurse practitioner in pulmonary, nephrology, and of course, primary care. My current
Mhm.
role right is as a primary care provider in the nursing homes with another company. Um, of course, in
Okay.
addition to my business. So,
Yes, Ketsia, and we're
um,
gonna get into your business. But we gotta just show the audience you pack in, you know what you're talking about. You're not some new nurse fly by night. You've been seasoned in healthcare. And this is why I like nurse practitioners because you're actually gonna fill gaps in our healthcare system and
that's
opening up.
the goal.
So your goal is to actually work with people or cater to people who do not have health insurance, but you are
Right.
tuning into business people, businesses. So a lot of small businesses they cannot offer health insurance. So what are you going to do for those business owners?
Okay, so as a small business owner myself, it's difficult.
Yeah.
Life is expensive, healthcare is expensive. So just sometimes it's just not possible as a business owner to offer health insurance or benefits because of the costs. And it also depends on um, the number of workers you have as well. There's many factors. But coming on the other side, as a provider, I my goal is to fill in the gap by providing non-emergent care to well, my goal is to partner with small businesses and to collaborate with them in providing care for um, their employees, non-emergent care, that is. Um,
Mhm.
so if they do not have insurance, and they, I'm sorry, guys, I'm
Mm.
tired.
No,
If
it's
they're
okay. You forgot to tell them the best part. The best part. We were going to talk about this about your timing and your schedule as it comes to
right,
business. But Ketsia, tell them how many kids you got.
I got
Let's be
6 kids.
real.
So I
You got
in
six
addition to
kids.
working the business, I do have a house full, and so I'm always on the go, always tired.
Oh,
So I apologize if I seem a little lethargic. It's not intentional. I'm sorry, but
oh, you're
what I was
fine.
what I was trying to say is we partner with small businesses to cover the healthcare needs, the non-emergent basic healthcare needs of their employees, and that will help cut down the frequent visits to the ER or urgent care
Mhm,
for small things that could easily be handled via a simple telehealth appointment.
mhm,
And it also helps the small business owners because if if their healthcare needs are being met, then they're not waiting until they're very, very sick to handle it by going to the ER. And then you're not having frequent call outs. Because it's telehealth, it's very, very convenient. It could be done anywhere. As long as you have Wi Fi and a phone or a tablet
mhm.
or a computer, we could get
Yes,
to it. And it shouldn't take that long, because again, we're caring for non emergent situations instead of emergencies, urgent situations. You need to go to the emergency room or the urgent care, but that's not what
absolutely.
we're about. So
Absolutely. And girl, I'm all excited about your business because people could be like, well, everybody got telehealth. Like even you
mm,
have Teladoc, you could do Amazon now in some places. There's so many different telehealth services. So this is where I want to tell them, like, this is what makes you stand out, but it also works for you, right? What
mhm.
Tell them about your times. Tell the people the times you're serving them. Girl, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So um again, like Casey said, there are plenty of options out there, and I'm not in competition, so if those options work best for you, by all means use them. And I encourage, it's better to get help somewhere than getting help at all. So
Mhm,
but I have found that not only from personal experiences as a provider, but as a patient too. Sometimes, life gets busy and you don't have time to make an appointment and sit in an office for hours.
mhm.
So you just need something on the go. And thanks to COVID, I mean, I don't like COVID, but COVID opened up a door that I'm just so grateful for, and that's telehealth. Prior to COVID, it was very rare, but now telehealth is everywhere. So, and I don't think it's going anywhere. But
Mhm.
thanks to COVID, I mean, sorry, enough about COVID. But but because of busy schedules and long appointments, waits, and even trying to get into the appointment, into the doctor's office for an appointment. Sometimes you're waiting months and months for it. My team and I have decided to provide after hour times, like early in the mornings, late at nights, 5 to 6 o'clock in the morning, um, 10 to 12 at night, the weekends, and things like that, just to cover the after hours. Because a lot of times things happen at night or early in the
Mhm.
morning, there's nothing opened, and then you're just having to
Exactly.
sit there and wait. So we're available at those odd hours, because during the day you can go anywhere. But in those times, there's very, very few people you can call. But we're here for you, and
Yes.
we're here to make sure you get the help that you need. Uh, so
That's
you won't have to go to the
amazing.
emergency room or the urgent care.
Yes. Because I'm thinking even I know you're targeted to the uninsured, but usually people who have insurance, until they meet their deductible, they still have to pay, sometimes even more, right? So
Right.
if they do have insurance and they don't mind paying out of pocket, like I know for sure if 5 o'clock in the morning, before my little rugrat wakes up, if I have to call, I need a script called in, for something simple. Like that's a better alternative than having to find time during your day. Like I think your
Hmm.
first appointment is like 5 to 6 in the morning.
Right.
And then I know, okay, I don't know. Part of me, I feel like, man, this works for her, but it also works for me too. So it's like a win-win.
Right.
And
Right.
then your other appointment is like 12 to 1. So that's like lunchtime, if
Hmm.
you need a quick script or in the evening time, after you put the kids to bed, you know, it's terrible, but as women we take care of everybody else, and so then we have to fit ourselves in, busy moms, we have to fit ourselves in, and that's kind of who you're catering to. You're catering to these
Hmm.
women business owners or women with side hustles. They might be
Right.
serial entrepreneurs and have so many different things going on. You have a service catering to them. And I think, something that you do that's different is that you're building relationships. You're not trying to get everybody. You're trying to get
No.
people where you could build a relationship with them and their team so that anything
Absolutely.
happens, you're a resource to bring their price down, to bring that healthcare bill down. If they want to
Hmm.
know something, you could be their sounding board, right? Because you have a
Absolutely.
relationship, right? Did I get you right?
I, I think you got it.
Got it, got it,
You
got
hit it
it.
right on the head. Yes.
Yes. Well, this is the reason why anybody could post a flyer, and this is what I would talk about marketing side. Anybody could post a flyer and say, "Hey, I have an IV concierge business," or "Hey, I have a telehealth business," or "Hey, I opened up a med spa." But who's the person behind it? What
Right.
is their why? How do they want to show up and serve you, right? Because I
Hmm.
think people are more understanding when they know, oh, this is Ketsia. She has 6 kids. She wants to help the uninsured. She wants to do something good in the middle of her busy schedule. She still wants to take care of me and my team. Now they feel like they know you. Now they have some kind of relationship with you. So when they see a post, it's not just a random post, and you're not competing with Amazon
No.
for
No
telehealth, right?
competition. Yeah.
No competition.
Absolutely. And
Now,
and
now,
another thing too. Oh, I'm sorry if I cut
no, you
you
go
off.
ahead. Go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead,
yeah,
girl.
and the reason, honestly, the reason I even considered this and the reason I'm so passionate about it is because I've lived it. I've been the person without insurance, and I have, and not necessarily because you're not a hard worker or whatever, but you work hard, but sometimes life expenses,
Mhm,
health care is expensive, and you just cannot afford it, or you work for a
mhm,
company that just doesn't offer it.
mhm.
So, and there's a need for the in between people, the middle people,
Yes, the
the
middle.
people who, yes, the people who either don't make enough to afford insurance, or make too much to afford, not afford, but to qualify for Medicare and Medicaid. So
Mhm.
this is, I think, the a great option for them,
Absolutely,
to get their
absolutely.
their needs met. Hmm.
Absolutely. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful idea, Katia. And I love to see how your business blossoms. I know we will have you back, and then we probably will talk a little bit more about business, a little less about healthcare, because we're gonna see you blossom. You're making some amazing pivots and changes. The last thing I wanted to get into for your business is that you were doing something unique. And it's an after hours care for medical practices. You want to tell us a little
Right.
bit about that? How you could serve them, partner with them, help them out a
Okay.
little bit?
Absolutely. So, Trinity Clinical Services provide
Mhm,
many services. So, we, again, from experience, as a provider and as a patient, things usually happen when it's least convenient. Things usually happen when everything is closed. So
So true.
you're a patient, and doctor's office is already closed. Your next appointment is not until weeks or months, and something's going on, and you're trying to reach the provider's office, and there's nobody answering or whatever. So what do you do? Well, you're freaking out, so you go to the ER. And then what happens? They see you for a few minutes, send you home, and then you get a huge bill, and then you're still waiting to get to your doctor's office anyway. So all of that happened for nothing. So we, in addition to the telehealth services with the small business owners, we offer collaboration and partnership with private practice, not necessarily just private practice, medical offices, but just any medical offices, whether private or not, who's interested in partnering with us. So we provide after hour calls, just to kind of like alleviate the extra stress of the practices, because a lot of times those providers are working all day and they're tired, and then they have to go home and be on call all night and then come back
Mhm.
and work again the next day, and it's
Mhm.
tired. So just to alleviate that burden, we partner with these offices and take cover their calls for the after hours. We cover their calls, and I'm not just saying, oh yeah, I need a refill type of call, like a legitimate concern, like, oh, I'm not feeling well, I'm having fever, and I need, my next appointment is not till whenever, and I just want to talk to someone, and if I need some medications, get it sent to the pharmacy, something like that. So we're extending that service to the providers who are interested, just to help also provide some work-life balance for them too. Because
Mhm.
if you're working all day and on call all night and have to be back in the office the next day again to do it all over, it's
Yes,
it causes burnout. So
it does.
thankfully, I have a team of wonderful providers with me, who are helping. So I'm not doing this alone because I can't do it. I can't do it
Absolutely.
alone. No one
No,
can ever do anything alone, really.
it's
You need the
true.
support and collaboration. And that's key to any successful business. I think you have to have help. But that's what we offer, and
Mhm.
we have different plans and packages in place to based on the
I
needs of the business. Hmm.
I think that's such a good, I think that's such a good service, Ketsia, but I think it highlights even more about you as the CEO of Trinity Clinical Services, how much you just really want to see people win, whether it's the patient or whether it's an actual practice. I know we're in talks with a contract for a community service that serves the underserved, to offer
Hmm.
this service to them. So I just think at the end of the day, Katya, you are so intentional on your purpose, on your calling, to administer and take care of those who are sick in the community, that you will do it in a way that it serves the community in a practical way, but you also do it in a way that serves you and your family, that you can actually grow a sustainable business because you know in a year or two from now when you come back on the show, you may not have that full-time job that you have right now. You may be managing this for maybe multiple states, but it's something that you are actually serving a true need in the community. Access to healthcare is not just about transportation, right? And
Right.
access to healthcare is it's all these little things like what time can I see my doctor? Do I have time from work? Maybe I have time for the visit, but not to wait in the waiting room, you know?
Right.
So you are
And
doing such a good service. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. And just to put it out there, again, I this is not a competition. This is to make sure the people are being served. So just to throw it out there, the offices that we do partner with, we are not taking over your patients. We're just
Tell
an
them.
extension to your services,
Tell
because I
them,
don't want
girl.
anyone thinking that, oh, yeah, well, is she trying to take my patients? No, we're not doing that. Have no desire to do that at all.
Mhm.
We're just an extension to your services, just so that their needs are met after hours. And then we would definitely um, keep you informed. We would, whatever services provided, we would definitely keep the main provider, the primary care provider, informed as far as what we did, what needs to be done, and they will always follow up with you.
Mhm.
So we're not just trying to take over, just trying to
Absolutely.
help while
Yes.
you're sleeping or hanging with your family.
Yes. Oh, that is. Don't you see her heart? You see why I brought her on? I mean, just amazing. Ketsia, I am so grateful. Thank you so much for taking time out of your very, very busy schedule. I know it's going to get even busier in the coming months, but that's why we work together. You work along with our team so that we can help you as you transition and pivot. You're gonna do just so wonderful. I know it. I can see it. God's behind you. Just beautiful, beautiful. Thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for joining us. Now,
My
I say
pleasure.
this to all my guests. Um, I'm gonna give you just 1 minute to say any words of encouragement, inspiration to the people out there. So I'm gonna take myself out, and you got the floor.
Hi, everyone. It's Ketsia. So, life is hard, and with the economy going crazy, it's just financially difficult for everyone. Um, but I'm just here to say, don't lose hope. If you believe in God, just keep Him as the first and foremost in your life, and value your family. Make sure you take time to breathe and rest. Um, and I just encourage you not to give up, even if you're sad or depressed or uncertain about the future. Just be hopeful, and remember, you're never the only one going through anything. There's always someone going through this similar situation. So reach out and make sure you talk to someone about whatever it is that you're going through. Because we're here, we love you, we care, and we want nothing but the best for you. Even if you don't come to me, go to someone for help, for encouragement, um, for love. And that's all I have to say. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, that is it. Like I say, if you have any questions to ask Kezia, please leave the comments down below. We will surely get it to her. We will also put her links if you want to use her services. We will put her links in the description. And there's so many things out here to support you. So keep going. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your attention. If you find anything we said here today was valuable, please, please, please share, like, and subscribe. And Ketsia, thank you so much. We are so grateful. And I will be ending us right now.